Hey, everybody. My name is Crystal and welcome to my channel. This video is part of a collaboration hosted by Redesign by Mina. And this video is all about being inspired by another furniture artist. So I am going to recreate a faux pottery barn finish. There are so many furniture artists out there that inspire me. I mean, how do you pick one? But a couple of my favorite are 445 Design and Copper Cactus DIY. So Sarah from 445 Design recreated a Pottery Barn style dresser that I really just loved. And Jenn does all of these amazing faux wood finishes over at Copper Cactus DIY. So I'm going to kind of do a little bit mix of both of their styles and kind of recreate something of my own, um, but totally inspired by what they have done in the past. So I have this little side table and it's got a lot of damage on the top. I just started out with sanding down the top to kind of smooth everything out as best as I could. And then I gave everything a scuff sand, the legs and the sides. I am taking some primer and I'm just kind of doing a sloppy coat on it. Nothing really too perfect. I want to go in one direction with my brush strokes on the top. And then after my primer dries, I am taking some white chalk paint as my base coat. And I'm doing the same thing and I'm keeping my brush strokes going in one direction on the top. And I'm not trying to be too perfect with my finish because I want my brush strokes to show through on my final layer of paint. And I'm using a chip brush, and that is very important because the chip brush is not really, it doesn't have fine bristles. It has more coarse bristles, and I want my brush strokes on this piece. I want to continue to have raised areas so that way when I go through and I do my dry brushing, I can pick up all of those brush strokes. While my paint is still wet, I'm going to take my chip brush and drag it through the paint to create ridges and brush strokes. My chip brush, see how uneven it is? So that's like the perfect thing to use. It's just an old chip brush. And I'm adding more paint to my paintbrush and coming in with my paintbrush vertically instead of horizontally. And creating some thicker areas. Okay, so same thing with this. I'm just going to take my chip brush and drag it through. You definitely want texture for this. So perfection is not something we're looking for. We're looking for ridges and brush strokes and all the little imperfections you're going to find in reclaimed wood. And I think that's just what makes reclaimed wood so beautiful, is all the little imperfections. So now I'm going to take my white and I'm just going to like very lightly go across like this, just randomly. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot on my brush. And what this is just going to do is it's going to kind of make it look like the saw marks on the wood. And we want to make sure it's kind of thicker. Don't want to brush it out too much because we want these raised marks to show up under our paint. All right, now I'm going to do it in a downward motion all along my sides. In with a grayish color. It's like a brownish and gray mixture of a paint. Any paint brand will do that you like. And I'm just kind of dry brushing as well as adding some water to mist it to spread out the paint. I'm using a very small amount of paint. There's hardly anything on my brush right now, and I'm just dry brushing everything to pick up all those little raised areas and the textured areas. Too much paint on your paintbrush, you can just tap it out onto some cardboard or onto a paper plate or paper towel or something like that. Same thing with the top. I'm just dry brushing and I'm occasionally misting my paintbrush or misting my surface with a little bit of water just to kind of help spread the paint out a little bit. But I want to try and not to use too much water just so that way my dry brushing will pick up the ridged areas that I created. This is just some custom mix stain. There's some Roanoke and gosh, I can't remember the name of the other one. I'll have to look and see. But it's just a custom mix stain, and I'm going to use it like a glaze. And I'm just going to go over it, and I'm just using the same paintbrush as I used with my paint. Just kind of lightly brushing it on. It's just adding a little bit more depth. I'm taking a bronze metallic paint and an artist brush, and I'm going in onto the curved areas and the decorative areas and brushing some of the glaze in those areas. I also use my finger a lot to rub it in and blend it. Lastly, I used a satin polyacrylic to seal everything. I did 2 coats on the top and 1 coat on the base. Ideally, I would have rather had a matte or flat finish, but this is what I had on hand. So I ended up taking a sanding sponge once everything was completely dry and just kind of gently rubbing the top and the sides just to get rid of some of the shine because it was just really, really glossy. Huge thank you to Nina for hosting this challenge. It was a lot of fun. And huge thank you to Copper Cactus DIY and 445 Designs for being such a huge inspiration to me. And make sure you check out the playlist below. I will link it there, as well as Nina's channel, Jenn from Copycat DIY, and Sarah from 445 Designs channel as well will be linked there. Here is a little before and after of this Pottery Barn side table. I hope you enjoyed this flip. I hope I inspired you to create something beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.